What's up? Today we are doing Skimask's new single, Shibuya. Okay, so there's not much to it actually. It's repeating the beat over and over. So we will be looking at the melody part first and then do the drums. And 808 is also included in the drums. Let's start with the melody part. First, this initial hit of the saw. This is a big part of the beat. And here I made it in Serum and I played this note over here. Where'd it go? Yeah, a G, and I made it in Serum. It's close enough. It's basic shapes over here. Oh, and one more thing, if you want to download all the samples and FLP, they're all in the link in bio. And I added some bright noise, a square, and the trick here is to make it 2 octaves for this synth for the triangle. And I did some automation as a band pass here to make it wobble a little bit, like talk, if you know what I mean. And the trick, the biggest thing is the last pitch bend over here that goes meow and the halfway. Yeah, that one I used a tape stop over here and just triggered it over there at that moment. And also it pitch ups in the initial hit. Without it, it will sound like this. Yeah, you don't want that. It goes a little bit up. So I did that by raising the range over here and the range over here, and well, that is that. Automated it. Yep, and I think that sounds close enough. And then another note over here, a different note, it's a B. And that's it. That just keeps on going. One thing though, in the original beat, it is louder in the first 4 bars. It is louder, so that's what I did. I just made it louder, but when the ski mask actually starts singing, it goes lower. Also, there is a lot of distortion going on. These are all like free distortions, so if you want to like download it, you can do it. And I make it a little bit darker. Put a multi-band compressor, another compressor to tame it down, and all of the distortions made it really loud. So that is the initial hit synth. Yep. And what do I have? There is this faraway pad thing that I couldn't really nail, but it's close enough. I put a lot of reverb. It is from what is this? No, it's not this one. It's a GMS. All the retro type of sounds, I like to use GMS because they sound pretty nice. They sound retro. I added a reverb, another Valhalla massive to make it even bigger, ODT to squash it up, and an EQ just to clear up the low end. Yes, and that is that. And now we have this thing. Yes, it is not only an 808, actually. There is this distorted saw over here. This one is very simple, actually. It's just 2 saws, one is detuned, and some distortion maxed out. There's a lot of distortion on this song, and another fruity distortion, another overdrive on 100%, and some of that, and an EQ to clear it up, ODT to squash it a little bit and make it brighter, and also another EQ, which is doing a lot of heavy lifting. See, this is what it sounds like, and then now it's like this because 808 is taking all the low ends. That is the dirty saw. And now we have the square arcade type shit. Yeah, that, well, if you want to take a look at the notes, it's like this. The first 2 is the same, and then it goes a little bit higher and just copies that all over. One thing you should note is that the first beat doesn't have the but on the second one it does, so you just cut it out. Yeah, the way I made it, over here, it's another Serum patch. All of these, like, what do you call, hyper sounds, they're all Serum. Basic shape, square over here, they're like not detuned at all. I use hyper to make it sound realistic. I didn't use this EQ actually over here, and then added a chorus to make it even fuller. On the effect chain, we have an EQ to make it quieter, tamer on the high end, stereo shaper, and a reverb, and then OTT again. All these things, good stuff. And pancake, because I realized that the synth was going from left to right if you listen to it really carefully, and the regular pancake, when you insert it, it is the opposite way, but I flipped it over, made it a little more radical, and also made it into a 1-bar. I think that is right. And an EQ, another EQ to tame it down. Yeah, it goes left from right. This beat maker is trying to mess with me. And then now we go to the drums. That is all the melodies. So with all the melodies, it sounds just like this. Yeah. But you never hear only the melody in this beat. Oh, there's always an 808 the whole time. And here's the hats. Okay, one thing you will note is that there is a reverse version. I think you put a plugin or something, but I didn't have the plugin, so I just copied the hi-hat and reversed it. And every, what do you call this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth beat, there is a reverse hi-hat. And there is this regular clav that with reverb, which is playing a lower note to match the song. Over here, it is an F. And 2 of these guys, yeah, and that just repeats all the time except for this part, which is just deleted, so there is no like alternation or anything on the pattern. And also over here there's an open hi-hat which is stopped. I made it stop by playing a note instead of these things, and go over here and do the envelope thing, all the good stuff, you know. And it stops. It's way longer. And we have this. And we have a snare, which is, there's nothing to it. There's one up there, and then the offbeat, and that just repeats all over. Although for this one, I layered 2 snares over here. This one, which is playing in a lower note. Yeah, it's in the lower note, and to add some of the crunch, I added this, and mix as so with the Soundglizer. Yeah, I think it's close, very close. And then, lastly, we have our favorite 808, which is, of course, distorted. It goes through the mixer over here on 3, if you can pull it up. Yep. I added a serum distortion. As you can tell, I do not have any other distortions hard clipped, but it works, you know. And another soft clip, which is around here. I didn't mess with this. I was just playing a little bit, but it's not used. And 2 of that, and then an EQ to tame the high end and also bring up a little bit of that low end. And all the beat, that is the whole beat. Yeah. And with the melody, it sounds like this. Also, you can tell over here that all the sounds are sent to the beat, routed over here. There is a soft clipper to check it's not distorting, a balance. This is just for the last fade over here. You just copied over there, and an OTT, just a little bit to bring out the high end. Not too much over there. And that is how you make Skimask's new single, Shibuya. See ya. No, actually that is not all, because I forgot to talk about this part over here. Obviously there's another sound over there. I totally forgot. I got an omnisphere, and with a Oz, with the timbre a little higher because I heard that, and it is playing some D's and G's, which is like not on beat. It doesn't change on beat. Yeah, it's like a little delayed, which makes it sound really nice. It makes it feel longer. And also a string, and I couldn't find a good string. I just used the flex over here with the envelope attack very high, so it comes in really late. Following the same note as the chorus, actually. It's not exactly the same, but it goes down, both of them. And together it sounds like this. I think they are sent to their own mixers with a lot of reverb on both of them to make it sound good. The strings just have a compressor on them. Yeah, and then over here on the B, you can tell that the hats are gone, but that's not much. That's just... But the open hat is still there. And then it cuts, and the original one has like an effect, swooping effect over here, which I wasn't gonna recreate. So now that is really the end. See ya.